All right. So you guys are just sitting at the table. You guys just finished the job cleaning out a basement with really large rats. You know, rats of unusual size here. And the proprietor of that warehouse that you cleaned out offered kind of food, drink, and merriment as reward. Um, so your table has been reserved. You go and you sit down at the table. Um, I think everybody's tokens on there. Yep. Um, so you're enjoying a feast of whatever you want. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Okay. Hi, I'm Della. They, them. I'm playing Poppy Fruity, a druid, a ghostwise halfling druid.
All right. We're gonna move your druid right there.
Okay.
All right. Next.
Okay. Hi, I'm Lisa. I am playing Yotsna Brightblade, a half orc.
Okay.
My name's Bert. I be Anvil Icehammer, cleric of Moradin.
Mordor.
Okay.
Okay. I'm Mike. I'm playing the Wanty Pureblood Bard.
All right. So as you can see, the bar is pretty busy. Lots of patrons. Um, Bonnie is the head wait staff. She stops by, checks to see if you need anything, um, any specifics.
Another ale, please.
Okay. She she signals to one of her wait staff, and they make sure that the ale and the food, is flowing. You hear the sound of gambling and cheering. There's some minor arguments in the background. You also hear somebody playing a lute. It doesn't sound very good. They're not on stage, but it sounds like either they're tuning or they're practicing. Um, but you've heard them before, and they normally sound pretty good. But at the moment, they're they just don't sound that great. And you look at their table, and you see 8 mugs of ale standing in front of them, and you can assume that's probably why they're not playing so well.
Amateur.
you know, you you polish up, all of your food until you get, really full, and you're kind of, you finished off your ale. You're kind of just sitting back, with those that Thanksgiving style oh my god, why did I eat that last piece of pie kind of feeling. And
I start picking remnants off of other people's plates that they've left behind. Just
Yeah, no, Poppy doesn't have that feeling. Poppy is happily eating all of the pie.
All of a sudden you hear an explosive argument where you see from across the sunken tower, or the opening portal, a person run and knock somebody out of the chair and onto the floor, and a fight begins.
Anvil will bang his mug on the table. Hard, go at it there.
Okay.
I want to put a wager on the little one.
Okay. Is anybody jumping in, or is they just going to watch and bet?
I can't be bothered.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of change the okay. As the fight breaks out, these people kind of move out of the way in case things get knocked around. This patron over here kind of grabs his mug and brings it closer to him. These patrons kind of move further back in case things get pretty heated.
Where is this fight happening?
Way up here.
I'm going to observe the staff and see what they do.
At the very beginning of the fight, pretty much nothing, but the fight seems to go pretty quickly. You hear it's a half-orc female. You've seen her around a couple of times. Oops, as I stretch out her token. Yagera Stonefist. She gets off the floor after being pushed out of the chair and just starts beating on the person who pushed her, and quite effectively. The first hit on him kind of staggers him pretty much immediately. She's got his hands now around his throat and choking the resistance out of him. The moment that he falls down, the other four, they look like all of the same group, get in and just start kicking the snot out of her.
To hell with this. I'm not. Fuck the money. And I get up and I start heading. Hey, asshole!
All right. Go ahead.
There goes our
move your
deposit.
token. Yeah, there goes our deposit. Go ahead and move your token towards the fight.
Seeing that her companion is also going to go kick some assholes, but Poppy will follow. She's gonna go around this way.
Are the weapons involved in this fight, or is it a...
So they're kind of using saps as weapons, not full on clubs, more or less. Not actually cutting her or anything. They seem to be more or less beating her to the state of unconscious and not to the state of dead. So yeah, there would be weapons involved because their fists can't do that much. But that's kind of what you see is they're using saps. So for those who get up and move toward, you see the bartender kind of jump over and move towards them and yells at them to get out. He doesn't draw his weapon or anything. He just out. And they start moving away, dragging their unconscious friend with them. And she is unconscious currently.
Anvil's going to pick up the heaviest tankard on the table and stalk towards.
Okay. Just as they start, moving towards, they kind of move towards the door with their friend, you hear a echoing roar from within the portal itself.
Since I'm right next to it, I lean over. Shut up and wait your turn.
That's just great. Out of the portal, you see a kind of a troll reach up, climb up, and grab the first commoner they can see, and just kind of lazily huck the commoner behind it into the pit below.
Is the bartender near me?
So, commoner gone. Bartender is over here.
I just look at the bartender and I'm like, I see you spared no expense on tonight's entertainment.
That's pretty good.
Does this normally happen? Just monsters climb out of your establishment?
It is the portal. Okay.
I think we're going to have to talk about that.
Alright. So now I'm going to... Give me 1 second here. There we go. Uh-oh. Alright. So you guys are in luck. The troll goes on initiative 3.
What are all these other things that are climbing out with it?
So the other thing you see is little bugs, kind of take off to the air as it comes out. You recognize them from your prior encounters as sturges.
Okay. Side note, F you.
Oops, I didn't mean to roll that one. I meant to roll that one. There we go. All right. There we go. There. Okay. Sturge 1, which is there. Flies over and attacks.
Forgot to roll initiative.
No, oh, you forgot?
Yeah, I forgot. I just rolled it.
Alright.
We're going in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
Yep. Alright, so it, did that roll? It did, okay. Does a 7 hit you? Alright.
Stupid bug.
It would be funny if she was laughing and then said yes.
Right? Yeah, you could possibly have AC that low. It would suck.
Yeah.
Alright. It is your go. Joy, or Joe.
Yeah, when you say her full name out loud, the J is silent, but everybody just calls.
Okay. You probably have to do like a pronunciation chart for me because, well, you know, my brain's great. Yeah, so you pull out your great sword. It glows. If you want to describe that, you can. Because this is a how you want to do this moment.
So I pull my blade, and since we have adventured together before, you all know that it glows in a pale moonlight like color, and occasionally across the blade will come the uh, dark purplish specks, almost like cloud cover at midnight crossing the moon, and I just cleave the stupid bug in two.
You hear that sickening scream that sounds like an insect is being purged by fire as it and falls to the ground. Billy.
I hate fucking bugs. And then I'm going to move closer to the troll.
Okay.
Sup?
Next Sturge heads towards. I say, Anvil. 23 hit.
It does.
Okay. It kind of like starts sucking on you as it's attached. Okay. And it does 5 points of piercing.
Yep.
Okay. Ice Hammer.
And I was trying the tokening things, but they're evidently not.
Do I need to fix your token things later?
My spells were in there first instead of my attacks.
Ah, okay. You can still do your attacks if you want to. If you can mulligan that. Because that guiding bolt's probably overkill for a Scourge unless you're attacking the troll.
Now I'm going to attack the Sturge that's on me.
Okay.
And I miss.
Yeah, you managed to like swing the warhammer, and you kind of miss by a couple of inches, and you hit yourself in the armored area right beside your clavicle with just a dull thud. Not enough strength to do any damage to you, but it is comical to see you hit yourself. All right, next Sturge. Does a 16 hit, Lise?
Yes.
Okay. 7 points. Okay. The remaining Sturges swoop down and fade off into the hole below. They seem to be fat after feeding off the troll on the way up. Okay. Poppy. I do love that token.
So me. Thank you. Hmm. Okay. Have I seen what these things are before? The little bugs?
They are commonplace in the world, so you kind of know what they are. You don't like them.
Okay. No, I don't. I hate them with a passion. Poppy will... Poppy will load her crossbow and take a shot at the troll? Yeah. Well, actually, no. Yeah, no, the troll.
Okay.
One sec. Okay. Fire. That'll hit, hopefully.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay.
And then she's gonna duck down behind this table for cover, I guess.
Okay.
Or she doesn't really even have to duck.
Durin moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stops there. He pulls out his crossbow, and it's an odd-looking crossbow. It's got 2 arrows loaded into the crossbow, and not 1. It takes aim, and when he pulls the trigger of the crossbow, both bolts fly. And with all his years of adventuring, he manages to miss the troll.
To be fair, he's been a bartender for a while.
Okay. Um...
Do I be sassy? Do I not be sassy?
Yeah, I sassed the bartender.
I sassed the bartender. In his mind,
Yo.
he's gonna hear Poppy's voice. Be like, "Are you sure we shouldn't paint it bright red? Because you just missed the broadside of a barn."
So, Lisa, I'm assuming a 26 hits?
Yeah.
Take 11 damage?
Ow.
Rolls a
That's my
26
health.
to hit, only does 11 damage. Jeez.
So, Joe hits the floor and then opens her eyes and goes, "Well, that sucked."
So you don't actually hit the floor, but you get a little woozy?
Yeah.
Uh,
I went to 0 and popped back up to 1.
Alright. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. That takes you all the way out? Well,
Yep.
I mean, at least to sleep.
I am now taking a dirt nap.
Okay.
I am taking the floor.
Does a 17 hit you, Anvil?
Nope.
Okay. Alright. Top of the order.
He's dead.
Yep, top of the order is dead. Alright. So it's, Lisa.
Down.
Okay. It's 1 success. Lily.
Hmm. Okay, from my position all the way back here, I'll cast a healing word on. What's your name? How do you pronounce your name?
Joe.
Joe? Okay, Joe.
That's her nickname, is Joe.
Joe, okay.
Joe, yep.
Alright. Okay. Put a healing word on Joe. And then I guess I'll attempt moving up. Yeah.
Yosena.
I'll move up to there, and then I'll attack with the spear.
Okay. It misses. You kind of you know how some people use a toothpick to pick their teeth, but in primitive cultures, they use sticks to kind of prim the hair of primates. You prim the hair of the troll with your spear.
The troll suddenly looks much cleaner.
Right? You get some of the hook off, but it's hanging onto your spear. Alright, so it does not need to roll to hit, because it's auto hit, but it can roll for damage. It does 4 damage to you there, Anvil.
Okay.
Alright, Anvil.
I'm going to try and get it off me again.
Okay. That hits?
Okay, how do I get the damage to show?
Click on Warhammer.
Yeah.
Inside the chat. If you hover over Warhammer, there you go.
Yep.
Okay.
That is enough to kill it. So you will no longer take damage. From the Sturge, anyway.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Yosna.
Okay.
Come on, Longshanks. Get in the fight.
I mean, I already cast Healing Word. She's at 6.
Yep.
Considering the amount of damage the troll does.
Yeah.
The thing is that does not get her to full. She is literally has more health than probably 2 of you.
She has more than 15 health?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I only have.
One more than that, but yeah.
That first strike would send me to 0. So I'm keeping far away.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Did this Sturge hit? I don't remember.
Hmm?
No, both Sturges missed, didn't they? Go on, Lisa.
Yes,
Okay. So the 12 hits. I mean misses.
that's a miss.
Okay. No. All right. Poppy.
Okay. Shooting the troll isn't okay. Yep. Nope. We need to get Joe back in the fight.
She
So
is.
Poppy will. Well,
Yeah.
right, but there's currently a mosquito that's going to drop her back to 0. So Poppy's going to shoot that.
That hits the Skeeto. That kills the Skeeto.
Of course, it kills the mosquito.
It would be funny if her name was Peter. Okay.
Okay.
This is the 12-year-old jokes.
True. I could try. Well, I could do that. Guess. Nah. Never mind.
All right. Durin's turn. Durin gets up into the troll's face.
Shoots again.
Oh, good.
Hopeful.
Maybe you won't miss this time.
He kind of drops the crossbow where he was at. and he uses Grimvault instead.
Excuse me, was that just 4 attacks right now?
Yes, yes, it was. 2 hit for 23 damage. Yeah, he's not ranged.
I mean, he hit half of them.
Right, but it's a lot of damage.
If he hit all of them, Troll might have been down.
Yep. All right, I can close the Sturge window. All right. A troll is going to claw on ice.
Yes.
Claw on ice.
Hit. Unconscious.
Fight on Durin. All right. Yosana. Or, yeah.
Stands up, and as I'm standing, I just let loose this string of profanity in a combination of orc and dwarvish, stalk up behind the troll and beat the living piss. I get advantage because I'm flanking.
You're still woozy after getting back up.
Yeah, apparently. All right, Lily. You see somebody tending to Anvil's wounds.
I cursed the living hell out of the troll.
Your mother smelled of elderberries.
Was it highly effective?
No, but it was enough to do damage.
Yay, it has a disadvantage for the next while.
Anvil snores.
Oh, on the next attack roll has disadvantage.
You don't need to make that save. Somebody tended to your wounds.
Oh, okay.
Poppy.
Right, yes, my turn. Do I want to go melee the troll? I kind of... no. Oh, I know what I can do, maybe. Run with your little legs. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Darn it, not close enough. Okay, I run under the tables to right there.
You run under the tables to there? That's great.
Yep.
I can just see it now,
I
too.
will- Is Lisa still injured? Is Joe
Uh,
still injured?
Nope. No, the
Okay,
only one
is
who looks
anyone
injured is Anvil. It's kind of sleeping
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, no, then I will drop a healing word on Anvil.
Okay.
It's like, get up.
Get
Are
up.
we going to be playing
There
the
is more
Healbot
to.
party?
Huh?
Are we going to be playing the Healbot party this time around?
You know, it's not a bad idea. Duran. I mean, no. Okay. Uh,
Is
only.
his last name Sandstorm?
He only hits for 16 damage. Okay. In this particular case, he's going to go straight out towards Duran.
First attack goes with, or one of the attacks goes with disadvantage.
Okay. So
So
21
I guess,
points damage on Duran. The first attack misses.
yeah.
Okay. Yosna. That hits for 13. Okay. Lily.
Okay. Sure. Really? At a D12. Okay. Yeah, sure.
All right. On a D12, you rolled a 1. He has to make a Constitution save. You barely miss her character, Joe's character, with that. It fails. Takes 1 damage.
Of course it would fail on one.
Anvil.
Anvil rolls to his feet, nods to
I just gave him some extra toe fungus.
Yep. Go ahead, Bert.
time to dye greenskin.
The Warhammer misses.
We're not using flanking.
No.
Oh,
I know. And then the little one. Little old
Yes.
Poppy.
Little old Poppy runs under another table and One of her hands grows claws, dripping green liquid that sizzles into the ground, and she aims for the leg of the troll.
Okay. Roll damage. How do you want to do this?
Um,
That +1 though.
I don't know why. Only 1d10. Oh, okay. How do I want to do this? I'm just gonna stab his kneecap.
All right. So you grow the claw and just you get it right into the muscle or the gap in the kneecap, right there in the sinew, and you rip the joint apart as part of the troll leg just slumps to the floor, and the troll, now off balance, tips and falls back into the portal.
Perfect. Told you, don't underestimate the small ones. They always hit you in the kneecap.
After a few moments, you hear as it hits the ground.
Right. So, bartender, as I was saying before, how much did you pay the troll? Because I think we need to have a talk about your establishment's potential danger to the community.
Well, I mean, adventurers
And
go in there
environment.
all the time, and sometimes things decide to adventure out here. So, you get, a plot of, the some of the patrons around. The person approaches you. Excuse me. I think I could use your assistance.
Approaches who
So
now?
a man kind of approaches you and says that, or you as in a party, as you, Duran kind of, sits you guys back down. People tend to your wounds and whatnot, so you guys will be healed via ale or, the short rest that you would get there. And a man approaches you. I could use your help.
Help with what?
So you recognize the patron who has approached you. He is Volohemp Getem. He's known to most of the Waterdavians as a embellisher of the facts. Although you do know that he's very soft-hearted, who cares a lot for his friends, and he says that one of his friends, Floon Balgmar, is missing. I may have got him into a little bit of trouble.
What kind?
Well, we're having a great time on the town, drinking and just having a good time. He's helped me out, and I'm afraid he's been kidnapped or worse. could you track him down for me with haste, and I can offer you 10 dragons apiece right now if you can help me find him. Now in Waterdeep, 10 dragons is 10 gold coins.
Where did you last see him?
So they went drinking at not at this bar, but I can't remember the name of it at the moment. There it is. We were we were drinking at the Skewered Dragon. It's a Brody tavern in the dock ward. Volo describes Floon as a very handsome male in his early 30s with wavy reddish blonde hair. He dresses in a princely garb, and it's been 2 nights since Floon has disappeared.
Would he have any predators that would want to kill him? Yes, Poppy uses the words predators, by the way.
Volo doesn't really know if he's a kind-hearted gentleman. I don't know if he has any people who have it out for him.
You say he's your friend, lad. But you waited 2 days to look for help?
I figured, he would just drink it off. We did have a lot to drink. And I left early because, he was drinking me under the table, and so I felt that he'd be fine. When he didn't show up yesterday, I was a little worried, but not enough to raise any alarm. But when he didn't show up today to drink, I was truly alarmed. And I was toiling
Just
with...
how often do you drink?
Nearly every day.
That explains a lot.
That's all?
He does mention that he was just finished writing a book, and now he's working on another one about spirits and whatnot, and he admits that he doesn't know a whole lot about the real spirit realm, but he does know a whole lot about his ale.
You get the spirits types mixed up, lad.
So he asks, "Will you help?" as he starts kind of fumbling around his coin.
Yes, I suppose we'll help.
He gives each of you 10 gold just for accepting. Thank you. He suggests that you would check the dock ward if you want. You should start your search there. He does seem a little embarrassed by waiting as long as he did to help his friend, but it didn't really occur to him. You can see that there is a little bit of shame, and in even like, I did this, or I'm partially responsible for Floon's disappearance.
So you say he's a fancy lad.
Yeah.
Hanging around the dock.
Well, I mean, that's where the strongest ale in town happens to be.
Hmm. Puppy turns to Anvil. Yes, Anvil, and goes. 2 dragons that he's been kidnapped by pirates.
Anvil looks at the money he's got in his hand. I don't know.
Hey, we
Not
need
much for gambling.
no much for you.
Actually, he's not. He won't let go of money at all.
Well, with the amount that they
Fine.
drink, his pee might as well be ale.
No, then we'll change it. Okay. 1 ale. 1 dwarven ale. That he's been kidnapped by pirates. I know you have a stash. Don't lie to me.
You want to bet that the lad's been kidnapped by pirates?
Well, I mean,
I think he's been kidnapped by goblins.
Okay. Goblins and pirates.
I bet that he's been kidnapped.
It's obvious he's been kidnapped. The question is by whom?
Oh, I'm just betting that he's been kidnapped. I just want to win money either way.
He's betting on black.
It doesn't work that way, lass. It just doesn't work that way. Wait, then he points at all the post-it notes on.
All right.
So what do you think, Longshanks? Are we going to do this?
I'm always up for a fight. Except for when I fall down like I... You know what I mean.
Happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I suppose our best bet is to go down to the docks. If that's where
I
he's been
assume we
seen.
can find you here, lad, if we accomplish finding your friend.
Yeah, I'll be drinking here and awaiting news of my friend Floon. And there's some rooms upstairs that I'll stay at if it happens to be middle of the night when you get here. I will let Duran know that I've acquired your services and I'm anxious to hear of my friend's fate. There's almost like a hiccup in a like a slur in his speech. So you guys head off?
Yes. Unless somebody else wants to do something.
I down another drink real quick, and then it's like, all right.
Hey, he points at the, he's like, a tusked one who could drink. That's normal. But I wouldn't mind drinking again with you when you get back.
Mayhap.
I think he likes your long shanks.
I'm willing to bet he likes anyone who drinks.
Probably.
What? Who wouldn't want a piece of this?
Well, that troll really wanted one.
Onwards we go.
As you depart the bar, Gira kind of gives you that kind of like orc pride look as you leave.
I give her enough.
All right.
And Andrew will look around to make sure nobody's really watching. And he'll go over to her and say, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm fine. They fought underhandedly and hurt my pride more than anything.
Well, you shouldn't feel that way. Take care. Actually, can I come over and do a medicine check on her real quick?
Yeah.
Bandage, bruises, whatever.
As you kind of offer, she refuses the. I'll heal.
Oh, right.
These bumps will remind me of those bastards later of what they're in for.
Yes. Make sure to kick one in the shins for me, okay?
Will do, little one. Will do.
The
Kick
hell
him
with the shins. Kick him in the ball.
Kick him in the jam bags.
Jump backs. Nice.
Okay,
Well,
lads, let's get going.
fair enough.
We're wasting time we could be drinking.
Okay.
We're on the job now. Can't drink.
Wait, drinking's not allowed. I didn't sign up for that.
Small doses. Small doses. Just as long as you keep your wits about you. And I guess we go to the docks?
So what you kind of know about the dock ward has long considered the most dangerous district in the city. At least was. The field ward now has taken that particular title. And so in the dock ward there are warehouses, pourhouses, tenements, there isn't a lot of space for pedestrians, so you're going to kind of like walk in the road a little bit on in the ward. And street lamps typically are broken or stolen or smashed regularly. So you kind of get down at the dock ward. It is evening, but not actually nighttime. So it's like it's low light, you see a bunch of guards kind of standing around in the area and seems to be questioning a bunch of people. And
on the way there, Joe would have asked Poppy if she would have liked a bird's eye view, and if Poppy agrees, we'll put Poppy on her.
okay, so Poppy, I'm gonna give you kind of like an advantage on and perception checks while you're up there because of vantage point. But you see a large crowd as you kind of turn a corner. You see the city guard has cordoned off the area. You see from your vantage point pretty easily that there's 6 or so bodies laying in the roadway. It looks like there was a really gruesome battle that had taken place here on the road.
Hold on a second. There's 6 corpses?
Yes.
6 corpses doesn't happen usually unless it was some major fight or disease. Poppy is talking to the party. Do you think we should just go see what's going on? In case we have to run into anything going down to the top?
Well, I hadn't got through the description on that, so you'll see the 6 corpses, and you can kind of tell that it looked like they were part of a larger fight. You can also see that there are 3 blood-drenched humans being questioned by officers of the watch. One of the officers who were pretty close to you guys as you approach tells you. She tells you, "Get on. Nothing to see here."
I beg to differ. There are 6 dead people.
Did you see anything? Did you see what happened here?
No.
No, only what's happening right now.
We're trying to ascertain what has happened, and keep the general public away. So, unless they've been a part of it and are able to offer any information. And she kind of again beckons for you to move along.
Pardon me, ma'am, but we're looking for a friend of a friend who's been missing for 2 days. Wondering if one of your bodies.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. To the halfling in the sky.
Hey, that's a good time for that advantage.
Yep. Oh my god, that's a great time for the advantage. Okay. So, from the description of what Sloan was wearing, the color of his hair, Volo's descriptions of Floon is almost as if he's smitten with Floon. And so it was a really good description, but you do not see him here.
Okay. Do I see anything else unusual about the murdered or murdery? Or murderers?
Yeah. So you can tell from that there's the corpses are from two different factions, and kind of you can see their garb differs, but out of the corpses that you see, it look like three of one faction, three of another. Out of the three survivors that they're talking to, two of one faction, one of the other.
Specifically, what factions?
Go ahead and roll me a knowledge history.
Okay.
So it's not one of you recognize that it's not one of the standard factions of Sword Coast.
Okay.
It's,
Yeah, I was about to say I am a faction agent, so.
right. And so it isn't one of those standard factions. You would automatically recognize those signets without a roll. And it's not one of those. So, does anybody have a criminal background?
Now that.
Does anybody have City Watch background? Okay.
No.
All right. Go ahead and all of you, except for Poppy, roll me a history check. Okay. So, Yosena, you've heard of Lilia. You've also heard of them as well, but just both of you in different contexts. You've heard of the um, Xandathar's guild, and then the Zahiram guild. Lisa, the context for you would be that they tried to hire your dad. The Zahiram tried to hire your dad for mercenary work, kind of like outsourcing a particular fight, which is pretty commonplace. And for you, Lily, it would be in the context of playing some music for a low-end birthday party for a member's kid or something like that, where you kind of got that, like, oh my god, this is shady, why am I here kind of vibe. So that's where you've seen at least these symbols. You might not know enough about the guilds themselves to know what their enterprise is, but you'll at least know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So do you say Xanthers and the Xanthium?
Yep, I typed it out in And you kind of, knowing that information, you think back to the bar fight real quick. The female orc didn't have any markings, but the bandits who started the fight, had markings.
Do they look similar to the ones that these guys have?
Yes. The Zenhetarum is the marking that the bandits in the bar fight had.
Nasty piece of work, and fellers are.
Yeah. So you noted that they are underhanded. You don't recognize any of the bodies as the same group, or not as the same group, but as the same individuals who are involved. Okay. You guys are going to find a different route and go further into the dock, or what's going on?
Might as well continue the search. Unless it's getting late, but we just left, right?
It was late when we started.
Was it? Oh yeah, we did go through the whole fight.
And we drank, and we ate.
Yeah.
And we'll look at the guard and give a description of the guy we're looking for. If you happen to see him, tell him that his buddy Volo's looking.
And she says, okay. We'll do. We've had a lot of people go missing as of late.
Okay, lads, let's get going. They got work to do, and so do we.
So you make your way down in a couple of side streets, deeper into the dock ward, and you find yourself in front of the skewed dragon, or skewered dragon. The entrance kind of faces an alley. You see the skewered dragon kind of looks like a ruined, real dive bar. But it looks more than that right now. The front windows are smashed in. It looks like a ship anchor is lodged into the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of patrons just tanking on their tankards. Nice.
Hey, Anvil, I think you and I need to come back here sometime, just for a drink.
Why wait?
Because we're working.
It's called gathering information, Longshank.
I will never understand you people. Why would you carry an anchor from the bottom of the sea to the top of a building and just leave it there?
So the inn doesn't float in the air. That's why it's there. If there weren't an anchor on it, she'd have floated away. Anvil
Wow.
grins in his beard.
That's deep.
You better be wearing boots. She's deep, all right.
I gently nudge Anvil into the bar with my foot.
From my
Quotation
shoulder.
marks around gently nudge.
Okay.
Well, we better make sure she doesn't float away. We'll add 2 anchors.
Anvil walks in the bar.
Okay. The drunken attitude of the it seems to your presence seems to sober up most of the patrons. Like instead of the laughing that you were hearing from the outside, they just kind of stiffen up a little bit and drink their ale, and it's gone really quiet.
How many people are in?
A total of 9, including the barkeep.
So Poppy just sends to Joe. Do you get the feeling we walked into a trap?
Nah.
Okay. Anvil would know this. I don't. I'm assuming that in a place like this, ale is fairly.
You cut out there.
Anvil would know this. I don't. I'm assuming ale's fairly cheap.
Yeah, it's fairly cheap. Yeah.
Like a couple of copper a mug.
I'm not sure what the book price is, but it would be about book price. Let me see if actually I can pull up that because it would be in here somewhere.
3 copper.
3 copper.
Let me just see. But yeah, I think it's it
4
varies
copper.
depending
4 copper.
on what you want to buy.
Okay, so yeah, it's 4 copper. It's also stronger here than most places, so you are getting a discount technically.
I think Anvil and I have the same idea, and we're probably going to shout it at the same.
Anvil walks up to the bartender, puts enough silver on the bar to buy a round for the house. Lad, it looks like you had a rough day. Let me buy you a round.
Make it 2 for everybody. And I put down an equal amount of money.
Okay. And his patrons, some of them stumble up to the bar, grab their 2 pints of ale each, grinning ear to ear as they return back to the table like they just won a prize.
Barkeep, we're looking for a friend of ours. Well, more of an acquaintance. Anvil will describe Volo to the bar.
Yeah, the oh yeah, they were playing Three Dragon Annie till at least midnight.
Was he
After
with?
good.
What was he with? Sort of a fancy lad.
Yeah, chip off the old block, that one.
What you mean by that, lad?
Nah, he was just another spoiled rich noble who likes to rub our noses in it. One patron, it was Ranier November. I think, yeah, that's his name.
Rainier November?
Rainier November. He's the son of the previous Lord Dugald November, the Open Lord of Waterdeep. Yeah, rich, pompous windbag.
So this isn't the guy we're looking for, then.
Oh no, they were playing cards together after that other chap left.
Ah. Well, if you happen to see my buddy Volo, tell him that we're looking for him.
Yeah, well, after the Volo chap left, Ranier and the friend you're looking for, they played cards for a while longer, and then they left. A bunch of men followed them out. I'm not sure what happened to them after that.
Is there anything you can tell me about them men?
I don't trust this innkeeper or barkeep.
You can always trust a barkeeper to keep absolutely no secret.
True.
I'm not entirely sure where they went, but I know they frequent this warehouse, Candle Lane. Oh, they sent a lot of chaps my way.
Is he telling the truth about everything so far?
Yeah, the between loose lips of being absolutely trashed as far as most of the patrons, that's what you're getting for information. And after a while, they ask for another round.
These bunch of people that followed them out, they have a strange mark like blah, and I described the strange, not normal faction signal that I saw.
Before you ask that, let's make sure no one here is wearing that.
Good idea.
And I haven't led on to the barkeep. I'm really looking for the fancy guy. I'm making him think that I'm looking for Volo.
Okay.
Because I just don't want him to realize that we're actually looking for the blonde.
Okay.
Okay. Well then.
So the DM didn't get that, but I'm glad you clarified.
Using perception, let's see if anyone's wearing that signal first before I ask. Perception.
One second here. Okay, there we go. 1 second here. Okay.
While Poppy's checking out the patrons, I'm going to lean over towards Lily and say, have you ever performed?
Who are you asking that?
The bard.
Yeah, Lily might have performed here. And we still have you there, Mike?
Yeah.
Are you tired?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm just here.
Just here? Alright.
Here.
So with how late it is, do you guys want to kind of cap it here?
I can go for a while, but have to be done within the next hour. But if you guys want to call it, I'm fine by that.
Yeah. So after here gets into another long involved thing after when you guys get to Candle Lane, there is no buddy of that with that symbol at this establishment that you can see at this time.
Okay.
But
So,
you do
Yeah,
recognize the symbol as far as when you say it. They kind of whisper, "Yeah, it's part of the those crew."
Okay. Thank you.
So what?
Okay. AFK, out of character here. Do we think we've pretty well got all the information?
I mean, yes and no.
What else do you think we could find?
Maybe someone's overheard, because it was the what is it? The son of the Lord, right? And the person we're looking for, and they were talking to each other.
Playing cards, and then they left again,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then the Zillion followed them out. If I'm following it correctly.
Yeah. So Renier, November, and Flume they left the bar together after drinking, playing cards, and having a good time. And then when they left, a bunch of men followed them out.
Okay. That might be everything that we can get. I feel like I'm missing something.
If we're going to head out, I'm going to buy one more round.
All right. They cheers. Thank you. What race are you again?
I'm a
The dwarf. Thank you, mighty dwarf.
You're more than welcome, lads. Have yourselves a good night now.
Random favor with drunkards at the Skewered Dragon. That's the best kind.
You can never have too many friends. And lads, if you see our buddy Volo, you might not want to mention we were looking for him. He owes us a bit of money. If you don't mind.
They're not. Kind of like looking around each other like, if Olo offers money, we'll talk about him, but whatevs. It's kind of the idea you get.
I expect that. Again, I'm trying to make them think that we're looking for Volo.
Yep. And with that, I'm going to stop the stream and have a good night, all.